Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host, Chantele Francis, here to do a recap of Love Island UK Season 11, Episode 18. And I'm going to start off doing it by myself just because it looks like Mika got stuck in some traffic. And so I'm not sure how long she'll be. So I thought that I will just get things rolling, get people to be notified to come and hang out and chat. And then when she's here, she will pop on in. So I'm actually excited to talk about this episode because I do think that things are moving a little bit. I have to say, though, in comparison to USA has gotten my attention for real. I would say I'm more excited about what's going on with USA. Now, I'm wondering if it's because we have that a break during the week. So Wednesdays is off for USA. And so we're kind of like, we want to know what's happening. And, we're not just seeing the show every day. I don't know if it's that or if what's happened on Tuesday, we just need to know how that concludes. It was wild. Oh, Jaquan's here. Hi, Jaquan. How are you? I think Mary and Netha might be around, but yeah, so I'd originally had it at 5:15, but Tamika was late, so I pushed it to 5:45 and she's still in some traffic. So just so we could start chatting early, I just thought I would start the live. So what do we think about Matilda? Is Matilda and Connor? Do we like them as bombshells? Are you intrigued by them? What is your first overall thought and reaction to these new bombshells? Hi, Jessica. How are you? Hi, Marcia. Good evening, all. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hi, Ben. Oof, girl, I'm nervous tonight. Yes, the nervousness is about USA, I'm sure. I guess so for UK, they're not going to be doing their Casa Amor till next week, I'm assuming then. Like they'll reshake up these couples. They might dump a couple and then go to Casa Amor. That's what I think might happen. Hi, Rachel. Rachel says, hello. I like Melinda better than Tiff. 100%. I don't really vibe with Tiff. Oh my God, I have to show you guys. People on the TikTok streets are, they are mad. I'm going to show you one of the TikToks that I saw, which I think is, well, not funny, but kind of funny.
What's happening, Tiff? You alright? It's all bad. What's happening? You alright? Just bad, Tiff. You alright? You know what I mean? What's happening?
They're just horrible. Actually, I'm going to play it for longer without any sound because I'm scared of the YouTube algorithm. So this is someone's impersonation of Tiffany. It's so mean. But is he wrong? I don't know. Hi, Jake Kwanzaa. I didn't watch today's episode yet, but I've seen. Yeah, it was live. Yes. Well, thank you for coming and hanging out. We're kind of just doing a little bit of a chit chat while we wait for Tamika. So yeah, we will start with the episode a little bit. Tiffany, I know. And she probably paid like $10,000 for those teeth, I'm just not sure why they don't get better teeth. At some point in this episode, we hear that Will did get his teeth done. He got them to Newcastle. He didn't go to Turkey to get his teeth done. But I think they need to stop going to Turkey and getting those turkey teeth. I think that has to be done. Done. Jessica likes Melinda, but the bombshells seem unnecessary. They're not affecting any couples. Looks like they're just getting with the stragglers. I would rather have Casa Amor start now and bring them in. That's true. Hi, Fallon. Fallon says they're too big for her mouth, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, why couldn't you get teeth that were the right size for your mouth? I don't know. Make them mimic your own teeth, but just maybe, be a little more straight or whatever the issue is. What happened to braces? I remember when I was like 12 years old, braces were like the thing, and everybody got braces. Braces was like cool. Now it's like veneers, like fuck braces. Let's get veneers. It's just so not our culture. I mean, people do get veneers, but it's not everybody has to have these perfect white teeth. Now I know it's because Brits are probably they're used to being thought of as having bad teeth, and so their focus is a lot of on their teeth. But come on, let's stop going to Turkey, people. Omar and Melinda. So we're just coming back to their date. So this is the three, the starter, main, and dessert date. We've seen this many times all seasons. And the first date that we're looking at here is Omar and Melinda, or Matilda, not Melinda. Apparently, they're neighbors as to where they live, like neighboring boroughs. And he's just really staring into her eyes. Um, I'm assuming he's trying to make her fall in love with him. Oh, what does Marcia have to say here? Marcia says there seems to be way more girls coming in than guys as bombshells. Well, how many have we had? So we've had male bombshells. It's just been Connor. Is that it? You might be right. That might be all that's come in because bombshell wise, that has come in. It's been Uma. She came by herself. Then we had Grace, Tiffany, and Will. So two guys, one guy so far there, and three girls. And then now Connor. So two boys. And then it's been one, two, three, four girls, I guess. Yeah. Oh, Omar. I forgot about Omar. So three and four girls. So this has been a little bit more. Yeah, I forgot about about Omar. Yeah, Omar kind of falls. I'm talking about Omar right now, and I still forgot about him. That's wild. There are a few more girls. So four girls, three guys, it seems, unless I'm forgetting somebody. Omar loves a pretty face and a personality, and he definitely is a family man, he says. And what I've noticed is Matilda keeps on saying that one thing that she really looks for is kindness, 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 kindness. So I'm wondering if that's going to come back to remind us somehow, like, so if she's maybe treated unkindly and we're gonna be reminded that, like, this is all I wanted some kindness here, because she mentioned it every single time she was talking to somebody. The next date we're looking at is Grace and Connor. He gave her food a solid 8.5, 8 out of 10. I couldn't really see what they were eating for their starter. I guess it was bruschetta, maybe. I don't know. Joey was staring, and not that he looked nervous, but like he almost looked mad that Grace was on a date. I don't know. It was a weird. What is your take on how he was reacting to Grace being on a date? Like it was like he was mad, but like pretending he was chill. I don't know. It was weird. Grace, though, mentions that she likes manly men with dark features. And we know from the past that Omar is somebody that she would typically go for. So I'm wondering if maybe Grace is going to eventually move over to Connor. If Connor is more her type. From what she said, I don't think Joey is actually her type. So, oh, I guess so. It's even on the bombshells. Joey was a bombshell off also. You're right. Because it happened on day one. At the end of day one, it seems like he's been in the villa the whole time. But you're right. It's been 4 and 4. It has. And who's gone home so far? Just Sam and Sam. The Sams have gone home at the hands of Joey Essex. Grace does say that things are going well with her and Joey, but they haven't had the weird closed off chat as of yet. Um, Joey's not worried at all. He believes that there's trust there with him and Grace. Um, he's saying that, but it did. There's something that it felt like maybe she would realize that he sucks and like want to move on to somebody else because okay, yes, maybe they have this sexual attraction that's palpable and they've already kind of dealt with each other a little bit in the past, so it was easy to fall into something again. But like Joey isn't really a catch. Like, I guess because I hold intelligence really high, I don't find him to be smart. He's is good looking, I guess. Maybe like a 7.5. So there's lots of people that are 7.5s and above. He doesn't really dress very well. I'm not really into the style of those super baggy jeans, and at the bottom where his shoes are is really baggy. I don't know. I just don't know if I like that look personally. Um, I guess the only thing that he really has going for is hopefully he has some money from being Joey Essex all these years, but he's kind of he's not that great. He probably knows this, and so he doesn't want Grace to go out with anybody else because then she might realize that he's not the best. He's mid. Sean and Matilda's date. Now, okay, what do you guys think about Sean? I think he's super cute and sweet, no pun intended. But how do you think of Sean's game and how he's sticking it on Matilda? Are we a fan? Would you be swooned by his style of uh, grafting? Because he brought her a sirloin steak with fries and he put the ketchup in the shape of a heart. And then of course he says, well, I got this thing. Yeah. I I like to, name the sweets of the girls, or name the girls as sweets. And so he has a sweet name for her, and they say it at the same time what type of candy she thinks she'd be, and they both say fizzy watermelon slices. Um Fallon says, Sean is sweet, but I don't know if he has a chance. Maybe if he makes it to Casa. He's promoting that business, though, with all the sweet references. Jennifer Ruby says, bring me steak and fries. I'm happy. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just good start, a good main course. Did they actually eat it? I don't know. Maybe they ate the steak. I saw him feed her one piece of the steak. Jessica says Sean has no game, unfortunately. He needs to be with a girl next door, bubbly type, and Love Island does not cast a lot of girls like that. Yeah, no game. Hi, Tamika.
Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah. So I don't if you follow Taylor Hale, she was talking about how Newark had like a brush fire. And I literally work in Newark, New
Oh.
Jersey.
Oh.
So it like already left work late and it held up my commute.
No problem. We just got started. We're on date number 3 with Sean and Matilda. And would you be smitten with Sean on this date? How would you feel about
Poor
Sean?
Fawn. Poor thing. The funniest part about it is like the dates go terrible, the conversations go terrible, and then he still thinks he has a chance.
Yeah, I guess like maybe he just doesn't have any experience. Marsha says Sean needs some Riz. Love his shop though. I'll go and buy candy from his shop. But like I guess how he flirts or his banter,
Mm-hmm.
it comes off as I don't know, it gives me the ick. It's just like it's too cheesy but kind of pervy. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
a cheesy pervert.
Yeah.
Because he's so like smiley and like I don't know, just be like, hey, I just can't wait to get you naked. Like I don't know, it's like bleh.
Oh, just terrible.
Oh, Sean is destined to be friend zoned over and over. Dreadful Ruby. That's true.
Terrible.
Okay, but if you were a bombshell coming in at this junction, would you go for Sean to ensure that you stay in the villa and then explore your options and create a bunch of triangles?
No, if you know you're gonna explore your options, don't go for Sean because then people are gonna say,
Be
"Oh,
mad at you?
yeah." Now you could go for Omar and explore your options and get to know Sean if he's still in the villa tomorrow.
Oh wait, what were we voting on? I don't remember what is voted on the favorite
It was couple. It was
couple.
couple, not boy girl.
Hi, Haley. So happy to make it on time, kind of. We're only on time, kind of, as well, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Haley says I've only read the press release and it sounded fine. Yeah. What did you think about the other 2 dates? So Omar and Matilda, as well as Grace and Connor.
Omar and Matilda, fine. I didn't really get any vibes from Grace and Connor personally. Omar and Matilda, they look like they could maybe happen. Maybe. Possible.
I think my thing with Matilda right now is that she's just on her best behavior.
Yeah.
And so I can't really gauge what her personality is. Like, you're like, everybody's so nice, everybody's so sweet, everybody's so lush, everybody, you know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
like, who are
Are
you
you
actually
really
feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Did you like Sean's heart in ketchup? Would that have got you?
Probably. But I'm a foodie.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
I would think it's cute. I'm like, ah, thank you.
So
I
she
mean,
just
stuff like that, like that would have taken time. It would have been like thought out, like
like it would take time.
to do how it's not easy to do stuff like that in ketchup.
What do you mean?
You
It was
gotta
just
make sure that it
no.
doesn't squeeze, like spurt out,
A
and you have to do
squirt
it at the
bottle?
right.
No, okay.
You have to
You're
do
giving
it
him
at the
way
right
too
pressure.
much credit for a squirt bottle of ketchup making
You
a
have
heart.
to do it at the right pressure in the
No,
right
you just go like
time.
this to get it all at the front, and then you open the lid, and then you start in the middle, and you go around, and you come around to the bottom,
Yeah, taking
and
your
then you
time.
start in the middle, and you go around again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The right pressure. Yeah, exactly. So good on him for coming up with something
It's cute. It's
authentic.
fine. I'd be like, okay, you did something. You thought of something to do that's a little bit different that will make you stand out. I'll give you props for that. But I
Mhm.
can't give you props for like it being a lot of effort. Come on.
Listen, he's putting in more effort than some of these other people.
100%. 150%. So Matilda describes her type of guy as someone with nice teeth, eyes, muscly, and kind. He feels as though she's describing him, which I guess she is to a certain
Probably.
extent.
Yeah.
What I was noticing is that for every single person that she talked to about what she wants in a person, she keeps on saying kind. Now, what do you think about why she keeps on saying kind? I want someone that's kind. Kindness is very important to me. I totally agree, but
Um,
I'm wondering if it's laying the groundwork for someone being unkind.
no, well, so in her press release, she said that she is a Christian and that it's very important to her.
Oh,
So I'm wondering if she's using kind.
as devout.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. So
I would, because I've read many of introduction press releases, and I've never actually seen anybody in the UK be very like, "I'm a Christian. God is very
well,
important."
especially we did just get the last week or last episode with Io and Mimi talking about going to church on Sundays. And so I wonder if they'll connect on that level. But this is wild for Love Island. Like, is she not going to do any of these challenges?
I don't know. That's why I was like, wow. Like, I have never seen anybody come on here and be very forward with their, Christian beliefs. So that was different for me. But I'm just wondering if that's what she means by that.
That's a really good assessment. I would link those two together as well. Well, I think it's interesting. We'll be talking about it a bit more, but so Will has a little bit of interest in Matilda, and it's likely due to the fact that Uma hasn't really been expressive with physical touch. We'll say there are no kisses have been exchanged or anything like that. And
But I don't think she's even been expressive about how she feels about it.
fair.
Today, when they had the conversation, we'll talk about it later. This is the first time I've ever felt like she was actually expressive about liking somebody hardcore.
Right. No, but my point that I was going to talk about was the fact that I think he's thinking about Matilda as somebody that he might be able to kiss more quickly. And I don't necessarily think that that will be the case, especially if she has,
Oh yeah,
some more religious beliefs. Do you think that she'll be ready to kiss right away, or do you think that
probably
she'll be
not.
a little more reserved?
I think
Exactly.
she'll be more reserved.
I just think it's very funny. Haley says, wait, Mika, you're so right. It does kind of feel like an American thing to be uber Christian on reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That,
I definitely you see it more. But that's like an archetype that is cast a lot
yeah,
in the States.
in the
Like
States.
there's one person or two people that are very religious. There's there's somebody that's blue collar. There's somebody that's sorority. You know what I mean? It's very
Someone
specific
sexually
archetypes.
forward, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can keep all those tropes. I hate them.
I know, right? Like I thought it was really interesting in the very beginning with like, Big Brother, for instance, like how every single person was very different from a very different walk of life. Same
Mm-hmm.
with the real world. I thought it was really cool back then.
Mm-hmm.
But now, for me, for somebody that would love to go on a reality show of some sort, I feel like they can't put me in a box,
Yep.
and
They can't
that's
archetype you, and if they can't archetype you, you're not getting on.
exactly, which is like a pain in the ass. And I also find that they don't know or understand how to archetype Black women, especially, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So like if you watch Big Brother, even Aza said that when she did her audition, she did her audition and she made sure she was really, really African. Like very African in order to get them to say, oh, this is the type
The
of person she
African girl.
was.
They
Yes.
can understand her as the
Right.
African girl.
And so
Yeah.
that when she came on to Big Brother and she wasn't the African girl, they didn't really know what to do with her. So it was like I feel like they kind of shaded her in some respects compared to the only good thing about her season was she had a lot more Black women and a lot more Black people
For the first
uh,
time ever.
for the first time ever. So they could not really try even more to put her in a box. But yeah, that's what she said she had to do for her.
100%. And one season of Big Brother Canada that I made it pretty decently far in the casting process. I was kind of going in, so I was going in as a tarot reading flight attendant, right? That's how I was kind of going in, and that's what the role that I was playing.
Mhm.
And the one Black woman that got on the show that season, so who I would essentially be competing against,
Competing with. Mhm.
she did the psychic thing. So she reads cards or like she does things psychically, but she had an afro.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh right, okay, sure, I should have an afro. Like
Yeah.
actually, like the
Yes.
afro
It
was
makes
something
the distinction. Yes.
absolutely. Or if I had like twists, they could be like, okay, yeah, I get it, I get it, I get it. Like, but they
Yep.
don't get just regular Black people. They don't have a specific trope, just like
Yeah.
human beings,
Yep. Yep.
So actually, that's what I'm going to work on this weekend. I'm going to work on how to create a specific archetype for myself because
Mhm.
they don't know how to cast me, and so I'm going to have to show them.
Yeah.
I think.
I think that if you fit in the other regular or like the pageant queen, the you know what I mean, because Asa did pageants and very few people knew that until after she left the show.
Right. Pageant Queen's good. It's actually good, but like I don't got that.
Mhm.
I got through decently far season 2, season 6, season 7. I think that was season 7. That particular like that time, I could see who they cast. That would have been my person that was similar to
Mhm.
me. Season 2, it would have been Ika that I was the
Mhm.
white other black. The Black girl that got on the show was Ika. Season 2,
Mhm.
season 6, they did not have a Black person. Season 7, it was I think her name was Kaylin. And so whenever I get moved through the casting process, I look for the one Black person, in fact, female, is on the show, and that's who they chose instead of me
Mhm.
because they can categorize her a little more easily.
Mhm. Was that the season Ika
Playboys.
was in,
Oh,
with
2.
Dimitri?
No, season 2.
Oh, okay.
Like
Because I was
way
gonna
back.
say you would have stopped her from meeting her husband.
No. Well, that was she was returning that season.
Okay.
I mean, what season? That was 5. 5. What happened with 5? I don't. Oh, maybe I sent. I think I sent my video in late.
Mm.
Season 4, they called me and told me to come to an open call, but then I couldn't go. So, uh, yeah, I sent in a video. They said, "Can you come to an open call?" I couldn't go.
Okay.
But yeah, season 5, they only had half the cast be original, and
The rest were returning.
and the black girl that they chose was Drea, who was French and had a shaved head. So like there was no way I was going to beat out that archetype. I was
Yeah.
too similar in that case to Ika, I would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So just talking about tropes, especially for Black women on these shows, is actually very interesting. We should do like a full-on discussion about it.
Oh,
That'd
yes.
be a good conversation.
Let's do that because we have tons of research.
Tons of research and like going through all the different shows and seeing like who they cast and why they cast them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That'd be good for research for me. We see Connor and Nicole having a conversation or having their date. She's the dessert. Is that the dessert? I don't know.
No, she's the main. She was the main. Remember?
Wait, no, she must have been, main course. Sorry, I forgot how I wrote it down.
Yeah.
So Omar and Matilda, Grace and Connor were the starters. Main courses was Sean and Matilda, Connor and Nicole. She immediately says, though, she's getting along really well with Kieran. And when she loves somebody, she loves hard. So I guess she's implying that she loves Connor. She looks younger on this date, though, I have to say. She definitely looked more youthful.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty youthful.
I think she's wearing less and less makeup. It feels like maybe.
Hold on. Haley's like, it sucks that you can literally be like, yeah, they picked that one Black girl over me. Like, why not just have both? I mean, there might have been other one Black girls that like were in the running for that one position. But that's why these diversity initiatives have been so helpful, because you know, before there would never be a chance that there'd be two Black women on any reality show. And if there was a Black man and Black woman, like one of the two would be like in the LGBTQ community. So there's never been like two straight or two LGBTQ. Like they've never done that so that they could maybe have a romance on a show like Big Brother. Like it just never happened. And usually the Black person goes out very early. So they just never had a chance. So that's why it was so amazing for us to have an opportunity to work with so many Black women, Black people on Big Brother 24, because it just 23 because it just never existed before. And like even for myself, I don't even know what that experience is like in the world, being, you know, in the room with multiple Black people. Like, it's just like in Canada it's a little bit more spread out, and where I live, like in Toronto, it's like it's not big groups, you know what I mean? Everybody is kind of like a melting pot and multicultural. And so on our TV shows, they just have one Black person, female, one Black male. Maybe they'll have both, maybe, but it's it really does not. They don't do that very often at all.
Yeah, and in the UK, you know, it's sad what they do. Yeah, I mean, the UK version, yes.
Kay's here saying on Love Island, they usually want the Black women to be long suffering.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like they're always beautiful women that they seem to not mind making them feel like they're undesirable.
Yeah.
Like I would be going out of my way to make sure that particular archetype that's not always being seen as beautiful, that they have options and people that are coming in for them. Because like I don't even get that in the real world, you know what I mean? And like I'm not on a TV show that's built for love. Like it doesn't happen a lot. And so it would be so nice to go on a show that's catering to me, that's like giving me love interest. And they don't do that. I think it's such a good opportunity to show these beautiful Black women that they are desirable and that people just need to find them. But they don't seem to want to look for people that are interested in them.
Yeah. I mean, and literally in the USA, when they tried to I think stay along the formula of the UK, season 1, they had 2 dark skinned Black women on there. One, they did her very dirty, right? Even though she was young, right? I understand she was like only 21 when she came on.
Which season?
Season 1.
One. I don't remember who was on it. In the States.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I remember her.
Yes. It's with the A.
Like Ayana. Anyways, I'll remember it.
And they did her dirty, and then he coupled up with eventually in their Casa Amor version, which was basically a boat. He coupled up with another Black girl, but because he was already hated, didn't work out. Huh?
Was it Ray that couple? No. Oh my God, that guy with the long neck.
I'm sorry. I don't call him good names, so I don't know his name.
Oh dear. I do remember him. I remember both of them. No, not Cache. That was season 2.
I'm talking about Alana. It's Alana.
Alana, yes.
Yeah, and the other guy. I don't say his name. And then when season 2 happened, then they got Justine, but even then they pit her against other dark-skinned Black women because there was very few people who actually wanted dark-skinned Black women, and that is the most successful season because she found love, even though it was fake. And but I still say to this day that man is not that great of an actor. So I mean, I think he believed it at the time. I just don't think he wanted her over his girlfriend. Anyway, I'm just saying that once they actually came outside of that trope and they found success. And then the same thing with season 3, the same formula they tried, but they actually put 2 Black women as OGs this time to try to get that camaraderie. Unfortunately, one of those Black women was Trina, and so that then they it just was a fight because there was only, again, one Black man who supposedly dated Black women, dark-skinned Black women. And then when the Black women went out, the season dropped off and nobody cared for the winners. So it's like, if you provide them with the opportunity to find love, you see the ratings. Same thing happened with Zeta. That was a successful season because the dark-skinned Black women found love. People believed them.
I mean, I really love that love story, to be honest, even though it might have been false in the end or whatever. Like, when we watched the show, I was really into that love story. So Kay here is kind of similar position as me, is like, I was a unicorn in my field. It blows my mind to see more than 1 or 2 other Black people at a conference with me. Absolutely. Like, anywhere I've ever worked, like it's just been my life growing up. And so it would be, and always having to adhere to white beauty standards and what white men consider to be attractive. And it's not usually me. And so going on a show, it would just be nice if people got people that were attracted to the me's or the other Black women that we have on the show. Jaquan says, at this point in time, do y'all have a favorite at the moment? Like the likable people, but I don't have one yet.
I like Mimi.
I do like Uma. I know you're not the biggest fan, but I do like Uma. I do like Grace, even though I try to figure out like what's wrong with her to be with Joey Essex.
I know. I don't see her staying with him for long, guys.
I know.
I just don't.
I was talking to my friend today and we are just like, she's probably going to find someone in Casa and he's going to stay loyal and it's going to kick off. You know what I mean? Kay says, honestly, it's hard to cast men that are into Black women. Even Black men try to cast will outright reject Black women in favor of a preference. It's true.
Absolutely. I mean, and we're still seeing it on USA right now. Like, there's only one guy who came on who wanted a Black woman. Yeah, I can't stand him. So I don't even say his name. I call him he who shall not be named because he deserves nothing. Yep.
Kay says all those seasons with good diversity have better ratings because we want to feel seen. We want to see us get love.
Consume. Black women consume so much reality TV and entertainment. We support when we can see ourselves on it. That's what they don't ever get.
Yeah, well, like, we're riding at dawn here for this person. It doesn't matter what they've done. You know, like we're gonna ride for them, 100%. And the I think that the execs and the producers just don't want to believe that Black people, will say specifically, they bring in money. I think that they just still don't believe that. It's just, that's what it is.
That's why I tell people, you boycott with your dollars.
Kay says, I told a co-worker that they never have to learn our world, but we've always have to learn theirs. I know about Friends, but they've never heard of Living Single. I love Living Single.
I once said to somebody, I don't like Sex in the City. I very rarely watched it. And when I did, I again found it to be basically Girlfriends in white version. And to me, it wasn't interesting. And I'm in a metropolitan, I live right next to New York City. Mm-hmm. It should be an aspirational show for me, but I didn't see myself in them. I just didn't. And so for me, it's not enjoyable.
I mean, I've watched all the shows because I do enjoy understanding a wide spectrum of people. And so I have seen all of them, but I definitely can attest to, especially even working as an actor, that I definitely know the white world very well, and I know that I'm usually going to be the only Black person in a room, like generally, or in a scene, or you know, like it is what it is,
and possibly at an audition.
No, at an audition for sure, because I usually get put in the category of, I call it mixed bag, and so in that group is me, someone maybe Spanish or Latina, someone that's maybe Filipino or Asian background of some sort, redhead, and maybe somebody that's just like very interesting looking in general. Mm-hmm. So like those are the 5 people that I usually go in the room with, because I'm not a Black person that they can understand. So I'm put in the mixed bag category.
Yep.
Which is annoying. Of course, JB says, but it's not fair that they give the Black women one option of a man to make it work. Absolutely. And then they have them fight over this one man potentially, and that one man is looking over at, you know, somebody else other than the two of them sometimes.
And that's what we're dealing with right now. Why this season is annoying me. It's annoying me. It really is.
Jessica says, I think that they choose not to fix the casting. There's no way this many seasons in that they can't cast better men, and Black men specifically, where Black women are their preference. Yeah. I know. But I think a lot of times they cast mixed Black men who have white mothers. And so usually you gravitate to someone that's like your mother, right? It's just, this happens.
I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's the availability of the people who would date Black women to casting. Because to me, I feel like with Black men, when I look at the statistics, Black men, 80 to 90% of the time, date and marry Black women, right? But somehow on these reality shows, we get the 10 to 20% who don't. So isn't that the Black men just won't make themselves available because they don't want to go on reality TV show because they're too real. Is that possible? We might have to research.
Yeah, I could research that. That's actually a fun project. Haley says if they only send in one person who is interested in dating outside their race, they definitely don't care. And it's just ugly to watch season after season. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Jessica says they also need to pay attention to body types upcasting. Mimi is a tall woman. Not only are they sending in guys that don't date black women, but they also aren't that tall compared to men. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's also fair.
Gary, oh, compared to Mimi. Yes. Yes. Kay says, I think it's hard to cast Love Island because so many of them literally are just clout chasing anyways. That's true.
That's true too.
It's true because we're not looking for, well, when they're looking for love, they barely had any. Was there any successful black couples on Love Island other than season 6 that you can think
Love
of?
Island?
UK, yeah.
UK? So right now it's really just Damien, India, and Tanya and Shaq. Like it's just them two.
And see, it's interesting that it's been closer to now. So it's when they've been increasing diversity, increasing maybe people that may like black women more than they did in the past. So that's actually shows that there is some sort of improvement in casting. So okay, that's evidence of that, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, I'm gonna give them their flowers. Mike and Priscilla stayed together over a year, came off the show together, did not even get to the finals, and still stayed together and was together for over a year during a pandemic. Okay, so I'm gonna give them their flowers. Now, multiculturally, Kai and Sanam, Whitney and Locken, they're all like Asian black mixed couples. So yeah, we have diversity as a whole as people of color, but yeah, right now it's just kind of those two. Oh, and Shanaz and Luke T when they were together as well.
I did actually like those two together. Haley says, I literally just finished season 8 today and I was kind of shocked to learn Damien and India are still together. I thought that we wanted them to win, didn't we?
They should have won, in my opinion. But I mean, if they didn't win, it was they lost to Liam and Millie, and I just didn't feel like they should have won.
I can't stand Liam and Millie as a couple, you know.
Yeah. And then Tasha and Andrew, who nobody believed, they're still together as well. Them I was shocked at, but I mean, they made it work. So there's that.
I'm definitely shocked at those two because I didn't think that she liked him.
Yeah.
Jessica says, also it's probably different for the UK because Love Island is so big and the good ones probably do not want to expose themselves to scrutiny. That's true too. Like maybe the eligible black men that are interested in dating black women do not want to be on reality TV, like you said. It's very Davide and Ekansu.
Did they? Oh my God!
It was that year.
Whoever was the winner,
India's with Ekansu.
Ekin and India. Okay, it might be.
Oh,
I might have blocked it out because I could not stand Davide and I was.
I love Ekansu. Sorry,
right.
I'm fine with my Leos. Were they on the same season together?
I don't remember it.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Who was on that season?
No, are they saying no? I don't think so. Weren't they? They were more sued. Or maybe they were. Hold on. Jamie in the beginning, it was Sophie was competing with India to on the show, and there's that other tall guy. And then who else was on that? It wasn't Ekansu. It's not the same season. Ekansu was season 11 or 10, right? Was that last season?
No. I'm looking it up because I don't remember.
If it wasn't last season, then it would have been season 8, right?
I didn't think it was Millie and oh no, so they must have been season 7. And then yeah, they must have been season 7 then.
Fallon says nope, they're all season 8. I'm pretty sure. Really? I don't even put them in the same season in my mind.
Yeah. Yep. Davide and Ekansu. That's so crazy.
So, oh my god, like Afia. Okay, I forgot about her. I don't remember Jay. Oh, Jay's. That's still. I
Yeah, so
still don't remember it being that season. Oh my god, that's so
yeah,
crazy.
that's so crazy. Yeah.
But
Davide and Ekisu, Gemma and Luca, Damien India,
oh
and
my god, Gemma and Luke. Okay, yeah, okay.
yeah,
Now
and
that
that
brings
is
it together.
yeah, that is why we were happy Davide and Eke won, because we did not want Gemma and Luca to win.
Right, and oh, and same season as Tasha. I remember Tasha in
Mhm.
India now a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, Paige. Okay, that season. Danica. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I got it.
And so
I kind of was
basically,
starting to think that they were all from different seasons, but
yeah,
like
yeah, exactly. But so basically,
Jackie.
number 3 and number 4 are still together, and the other two couples broke up. One of them broke up multiple times.
Oh, I can as the guy and remember Amber. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought I was calling her Sophie, but it meant Amber.
yeah, Amber.
Okay, I remember the season now. Thanks, guys. Sorry, bear with us.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Tanya and Chuck, I remember, were season 9 because they won. They were on with Kai and Sanam.
And also, they were on the winter season,
Yeah, and they were on
which
with her.
was I remember it was 6 and 9. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
back to this episode. We went on a little bit of
We
a
went on a
tangent,
tangent.
but well needed. We need that tangent because we need us to be enraged. Oh my god, I always forget to press going live on Instagram.
Okay. Jesus.
It's so
Blame
stupid.
Instagram. Blame Instagram.
It's so stupid. But anyways, I'm live now on Instagram. But we're like almost done. Okay, so we hear Nicole saying that she really just thought about her little Kiki. So she's nicknaming Kieran Kiki. Do you think that's cute? Do you like that?
No, but Uma called Will Willoughby, and I thought that was cute for once.
Do you like Willoughby? Willoughby. Um, Will and Matilda have a date. They hugged. And when he first got over there and knocked over her champagne, Will basically says, I'm open, and he prefers
As
the
he
date
should
over
be.
dessert.
As he should be, because he just walked in the villa.
Yeah. But I was waiting for a but. No, but
No,
yeah,
but
he is open. Um, but I don't want him to pursue. Like I want him to pursue Uma. I do. I know you're saying
does
that she's
Uma
not really
want him to actually pursue her? That's the question.
Mm-hmm. Mimi and Connor also have a date. She says that the best presentation. I guess they were all getting chopped up bananas with chocolate sauce.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why can't these people cook a little bit better? They're so bad.
I mean, to be fair though,
That
a
tastes
lot
good.
of times when we see them have to cook for the villa, they usually make them go shopping. So it is also what the producers have available to them. And I think they don't make much available. As I said, when who was it? Who went on that date and they grabbed stuff out of the fridge? And it was like, why did they have to grab stuff to go on their date out of the fridge? What are producers doing? Are they cutting funds here? Why are we doing?
I mean, they should be able to have food though. They have it, their meals catered to them. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like, I don't know, just get 2 little dinners. They're just gonna pick at it anyways.
Yeah.
So BB does say that she is feeling Io right now, which is good. It didn't seem like she was interested in Connor at all. What did you think? Did you think that he was interested in her?
No, I didn't see anything there.
Kay says nothing worse than that Vulcanized pie that Wit and who was it made it and so made. I don't remember who it was.
I never remember who that was.
But I remember them making that. It was gross. Matilda and Connor are chatting after. No, not Connor. Ronnie. I wrote Connor. Just start chatting after, and they do like a big hug, and he's like, "Oh, Matilda, my darling," and the big hug. I need to know more about Ronnie outside of the villa because she was kind of saying that he was like a good guy, but then also say that he wasn't a good guy. I don't know. I couldn't really gauge as to how she really felt about him as a person outside the villa.
Well, you could be a good person, but a shitty dater.
Boyfriend? Theater. So the girls all get together. They talk to Matilda. She's a recruitment consultant. I don't really know what that means, but that's her profession. She says that Omar was really funny and smooth. Everybody was so lovely, but she wanted to make sure that you can call her Matil, but she's not a Tilly. Tilly's so cute. I think Tilly's cuter than Matil.
I don't like either.
If my name was Matilda, I would want to be called probably Tills.
That's cuter.
Hey, Tills. I'd be a Tills. The boys are chatting with Connor. He says he doesn't really have a type. Joey, though, said the connection is very strong with him and Grace. So he's definitely pissing on his territory here. I mean, like, stay away from my girl since he went on a date with her. And Will says that he likes Uma a lot, but he is open. Yeah, Kay's agreeing with you that Ronnie may be a good friend, but a terrible boyfriend.
Yeah.
So Connor and Matilda decide to swap seats. So Connor goes with the girls, telling him that he's a barber and a model and plays a little bit of rugby. And he wanted to be ballsy with his date choice. And so the girls were like, oh, yeah, you were. Because basically the people that he was on dates with were the strongest couples.
Yeah.
Haley says, I like Tilda. I've never heard of Matilda, to be honest. Yeah, we don't like. Do you know what? I didn't realize like Tilda Swinton.
Swinton, yeah. Swinton?
I didn't really think that she might be a Matilda.
Yeah. Tilda.
Like she might just be a Tilda because like I know some people that have nicknames as their real names. Like I know a couple of Nickies. She's not Nicole. She's a Nikki. But is Tilda Swinton a Matilda?
No, she is a Catherine Matilda Swinton.
Wow! Holy Tilda! She suits Tilda so much, but I do not see her as a Matilda.
Yep, I don't see her as a Catherine either.
I don't see her. Well, that's probably why she doesn't go by that name.
Yep.
So they're asking her or him. Right. Asking her, how do they know how does she know Ronnie? And so basically the fact that she dated one of his best mate. I wonder how long that they were together. Is it actually his best friend or just one of his guy friends? How long ago was this? Was it a recent breakup? Like I wanted more information about the details here.
Yeah. I think we might get it over time.
Yeah, Tilda is way cooler than Catherine. Yeah. Yeah. Was it me or when they were walking away, it was Omar and Tills or Matilda. Did he say I have a fetish? I like your toes. They're short and stumpy. Is that what I heard? I didn't rewind, so chat will know.
Yeah.
Is that what was said? Grace and Joey have a chat. I felt he seemed slightly annoyed with the fact that she went on a date. Okay, it was. Okay, I was just like, that's what he was saying, right? He likes her toes. He has a toe fetish, and her toes are short and stubby. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, even during the day, he's like, oh, that's enough. And I'm like, okay. None of this is a good look on you, Joey. Sorry.
Yeah, Joey, you got to let her go. Kay says he was doing up the random feet chat with Tilda. I don't think she was impressed by it, though. I didn't, like, turn her on. Sean, Nicole, and Harriet are talking, and Jess, and Sean is saying that she said lovely things about you. And so, yeah, she did say that Sean, he's really sweet, he's really kind, he's really nice. And so the girlies are just letting Sean know that she likes him. But she talks like she likes him as a friend. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it.
Nicole and Kieran talk again, and she asks, like, what was it like watching from up there? I'm just like, he's like, it sucked. I didn't like it. It made me annoyed, which it should.
Should. Mm-hmm.
Joey and Grace chat with Will and Uma. And they're talking kind of about their relationship a bit, and then Grace is like, okay, let's get out of here, let them have their conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where he's basically saying that he's happy to get some reassurance. He is happy that she's actually expressing to him that she's interested in him, that she likes him, she's loves getting to know him or whatever. And she's kind of shocked that he never felt this from her before. Now, he's an Aquarius, so it's interesting to me that he needs this sort of assurance. I'm wondering if she's really cold, because like,
that's what I got from it. I mean, that's
we don't need a lot. We don't need a lot.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting from it, though. I don't feel like she's open at all with her not even just emotions, just like where her stance is. Like she's giving worse than Scorpio.
Scorpios usually are more mysterious, though, so
yeah,
they're alluring enough to get people like looped in, you know. Kay says, man, Sean and Omar has an easy opportunity and they're still giving weak, cringy chat. Bless them. At least they got some screen time and are trying. Yeah, I know. Little Kay says, Uma is full of it. That girl is only ready to show interest now that her position is threatened.
I have to kind of agree.
Jessica wants to know if we think that Uma is actually a slow burner or she just doesn't like any of these guys. Did she hook up with Ronnie at her job? She might have a man at home.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm gonna say again, she was probably drinking, so I'm going to reserve that for a different time and place. I personally have not felt like she's like these guys, but I did thought that maybe she liked Will more than she liked the other 3 guys that she got to know. So I just think that I don't know if she's a slow burner or using it as an excuse, but also at some point, girl, like, you do have to give them something. I'm not talking physically, I'm talking emotionally and energetically in order to even stay on the show, because we're not going to want to watch you sit there and look at the guy and say, oh, I like you.
And that's, no, we need to feel it.
Yeah.
So Will's head spinning a little bit because he does like Matilda a little bit, and there is a potential that the relationship could progress more than his relationship has been with Uma.
Yeah, the chat wasn't bad. It wasn't.
Haley says the people online have been saying that Sean is doing a marketing campaign for his sweet shop, and I see it.
As he should.
He should. Like, I can see him doing a whole like what kind of sweet is your sweetie, you know what I mean? And like he would go and do an assessment of like your partner and make an arrangement of sweets. So instead of flower arrangements, it's sweets arrangements for your girl or whatever.
You have a whole girlfriend outside here handling his sweets.
I don't know about that. Cases, to be fair, I think Uma is smart and is managing her image and brand. You can't do up blackout drunk make out with Ronnie and now be acting like a prude. Stop lying. Sean is Will's head is spinning because of Matilda. Sean and Matilda have another conversation. He's buzzing. And she tells him to never try and act cool, especially Sean, because he's not cool. So he needs to just play into, I need to see his personality. He's just always on like interview mode. And I'm just like, I just don't, I'm bored with his chats, like, I don't want to see him smiling and being like, oh, I'm buzzing. Oh, like, you're beautiful. I
mean, he has good, friendly chats. Like when he's just like regular, like romantic chats are where the issue seems to lie on a love show.
She does say most girls like a bad boy and she doesn't know why.
Oh yeah, she did say that.
So that's good for Sean, I would say.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting ready for bed and Will's talking to the guys saying that he needs more from Uma. And at the same time, Uma's talking to the girls saying that she's really excited about Will. So it's also interesting that she's not picking up the vibe. Like, I feel like they have been so close. Like, she's cuddling with them, sitting beside him, that it's like so minute all that she needs to do just to increase the intimacy.
The
It's like
10%.
instead of just being like this, just be like this a little bit and maybe nuzzle in a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's not big things that she needs to do, but I feel like she's just like stiff as a board and like she hasn't settled in to him yet.
But also, again, we have to point out she said she's never been in a relationship, but is this why? Is it because she just like she hedges people, like she doesn't give them full energy? Maybe because she's self-absorbed, or maybe because she doesn't want to, or maybe she likes a specific type. I don't know, but I'm saying she's how old, has never been in a relationship, and she just is doing, in my opinion, stuff on this show that doesn't seem like she wants to be in a relationship after the show either.
Fair, but she just might not know how.
Yeah.
She just might not know how. Oh, did I not end up pressing play on stupid Instagram?
No, yeah, it went through. I got
For an
that.
hour though? An hour on Instagram, or because it was an hour here, it makes it seem like it's an hour, even though it was only okay. Good to know. Good to know. Oh well, Instagram's annoying.
Yeah.
Kay thinks Uma is playing aloof and hard to get, but she's actually just being emotionally standoffish. Maybe, or maybe she thinks that they'll want her more if she holds back.
Also the fair. I feel like she did that with Io a little
Mhm.
bit, but I also don't think she liked him as much either. So it was easier to do.
Connor says things with Grace went pretty well. Nicole and Kieran and Grace and Joey are the only two couples that are making out tonight. In the morning, I kind of got distracted, so I don't know if there was any actual chats. It doesn't seem to be any chats this season, so I don't think I missed any. But if I did, oops. Sean brings Matilda a coffee. She didn't really enjoy it because it had no sugar or sweetener in it. It's interesting that the sweet man didn't put any sugar in the damn coffee.
Well, he says that he must have gave her the wrong one because he definitely put sugar in it. So I'm like, how many people did you make coffee for?
Maybe he didn't stir it.
Maybe
because sugar's at the bottom.
Maybe it was at the bottom.
I don't know. He says that he couldn't sleep because he was just buzzing. I'm like, that's not attractive to me. Too eager. It's too like a fan, right? But I was saying a lot with Samantha and how she wasn't treating Joey like an equal or like, somebody that she could actually get. She was putting him on a pedestal. And that's kind of what Sean is doing. Nobody wants to date a fan. You want to date someone that deserves you. You want to date a fan?
I mean, I want my partner to think of me like I'm the moon, like
for sure. But to be thinking that you're better than them, it's not attracted to me. Like that they don't think that they are an equal or like.
No, I don't want them to not think of them as equal. I just want them to think of me greatly.
I'm not saying that he can't think of her greatly, but like just with a Cheshire grin and being like, I'm buzzing because I'm thinking about you. It's just a little bit too fan. It's too fan. It's not for me. Yeah, exactly. This is what it is. Reeks of desperation. Yeah. Did he tell her to mix it? Okay. Kay says she thinks that you're spot on. She's just self-absorbed. She wants to be the prize and sought after.
I can see it.
That's Uma. So Uma's telling the girls about her convo with Will and about like not giving him enough of reassurance about like how she feels. And I think she actually is really surprised by this. And so maybe she doesn't realize that it's not necessarily just being physical sexually that you need to do to show someone that you like them. There's other ways to make it apparent. Like, I don't know. People know if I'm interested in them. You know what I mean? And if I'm not interested in them, they also know that as well without me like being overt about it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can not allow people to know if I'm interested in them if I wanted to, which is why I side-eye her. If I don't want you to know I'm interested in you, I'm going to make sure that happens.
Now, do you think that you're only savvy because you're older than her? Were you as savvy at 24 or
I
22?
don't know. So this is my issue. Like when I was that age, I was
Oh,
24. I
you're
was
married.
planning my wedding to my ex. When I was with my ex-husband, I saw nobody else. Like literally, I thought of nobody else. I saw nobody else. I was not attracted to anybody else. I just wanted him. It's the weirdest thing. I hate it because I could not see outside of myself. And so from that, I was married to him from the time I was 26 to 36. And so I don't know if I ever put those vibes out or people thought I liked them or not, nothing, because I paid no attention to it.
So Jess and Connor have a conversation, and she basically says, like, you're not my usual type. And I wrote down, what, black?
Again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Will and Matilda have another chat. And he says that he has a good thing going with Uma, but he's still open. I don't know who said to whom gives a mysterious energy. Oh, she said to him that he gives a mysterious energy. Do you find that he gives a mysterious energy? I don't really think so.
Will?
Yeah, I didn't agree with that.
I must not have heard that part. No.
It was the same conversation where he talks about getting his teeth done in Newcastle.
Okay, I missed that part too. So maybe something cut out in my stream then.
Connor and Umer chat. They say she says that it's still early and that she's open to allowing him to explore. If he wants to talk to people, it would be weird if she didn't allow him to talk to people. And so she states things a little bit matter of factly, and so she's not even showing here that she's necessarily interested in Will, right?
Yeah.
Like if I was interested in Will and somebody that's a new bombshell was coming and we're talking about my relationship with Will, I'd be like, I don't know, I really like Will right now. We haven't closed anything off, and we're still talking to other people, but I don't know, I feel something with us, and I kind of like it.
Yeah.
That's how I probably would be. But she's just like, yeah, there's something good going on with us, and like we're both open, but like I really like him, and it's like,
do you?
I don't feel it.
I don't feel it. That's what I'm saying.
Alan says maybe more mysterious than Sean. Maybe. She does think Connor is good vibes, though. Which he is. I think that he has like a good personality. I liked his energy.
I did like
him like an F boy. He seems like he'll actually be nice.
Yeah.
Matilda and Harriet chat. And I wrote down, what did she say about him? So I guess I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I think they were talking about Ronnie, and she did kind of say like she alluded to him being like an F boy, and Harriet was laughing.
She was saying some of his actions are questionable, is what Harriet was saying. So she has to be kind of like politically correct with his friend about like her thoughts on Ronnie.
Yeah. But I didn't think Matilda was ever disagreeing with her on any of her assessments.
She does say, Matilda, that from what you say that you are looking for, he's not it. So that's a nice, clear statement, hopefully, for Harriet. It's like,
I thought that was so sweet because she could have like hung her out to dry, but I feel like Harriet needed to hear that.
100% from someone that knows him outside of the villa, knows what she's looking for to a certain extent, and is like, just
she like, girl, move on.
Mission.
I like, he's cool and all, but girl to girl, off it. Mm-hmm.
They're all getting ready for the night. So she said that she still needs to chat with Joey, Kieran, and Io. Will keeps on saying, like, it's not like I'm not desperate for a kiss. I'm not desperate for a kiss. I would be desperate for a kiss. I love kissing. I love kissing.
Desperate for a kiss.
If somebody didn't want to kiss me after this amount of time, I would assume that she's not interested in me.
Okay.
It just would be an assumption. How does it not happen? I don't know how to have stopped it. Uma wants to give him a kiss tonight, though. So this is her plan now. Maybe she wanted to have it be a big deal so that she would like have a big storyline as her and Will having their first kiss. That would suit
Okay.
Leo.
Mm.
Grace says that if you want to get to know Matilda, that would push Uma away. So I do like that. It seems like Grace is protective over Uma. Like it seems like she gives Uma information and she kind of speaks on Uma's behalf when she's with the boys. And so I do like that she seems to be a girl's girl, at least to Uma right now.
I like Grace. I do.
Some people don't like Grace at all, though.
I
But I
know,
think it's just
but
because she's with Joey.
I think it's because like I said, Grace is the saving grace of their relationship. Like I actually hope she finds somebody else personally. But
I think she will. Kate says Matilda was in full agreement.
that's why I say she wasn't disagreeing with her. She's just like, yeah.
Kate says Sean's selling sweets makes a lot of sense now that we've seen him for weeks. He's just a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
I just need a little bit more than that. That's not really enough for me. Grace joins the girls after and does tell Uma and the rest of the girls that he is a little bit interested in Matilda. And so I think that was a good thing that Grace said so Uma could be like, oh, whoa, wait, I'm misreading the situation. Like maybe I need to step my game up. Like I can't just be
up
pretty.
the ante, girl, if you really want to keep the guy or stay on the show.
Kay says that Grace is pretty likable this episode. Yeah. And that she's reasonable and seems to be a good friend. I'd rather her advice than Nick's awful one. Nick's advice is so bad. So bad. Grace, Jess, and Harriet speak and basically say that he's a guy that likes all the stories, is the type of guy that Ronnie is. And so that's, I guess it's just like a really thirsty, like fire emoji. Do you know what it's reminding me of? Do you remember, Nick on Summer House, Martha's Vineyard?
Oh, Nick, yes.
And how
Nick.
he's like fire emoji and like.
Yeah. Meanwhile, has
a girlfriend.
Has a girlfriend. I'm telling you.
Say again? Oh, Ronnie.
Meanwhile, has a girlfriend.
Very much maybe. But anyways, it does give me the ick when a guy is just so thirsty. Fire emoji, heart. Like, I don't know. It's a new world, but it gives me the ick.
I like to be clear. You like me. Yay. But that's me. I don't need mystery. I hate it. I literally hate it.
I'm not. Yeah, I like people being direct.
Yeah, I need you to tell me you like me. However that works out for you. Like, if it's a fire emoji, I'll take it. If it's I like you, I'll also take it.
Well, it seems that Ronnie's being a little bit more touchy-feely with Tiffany. We do see a few times Tiffany goes over and just goes and sits down with Ronnie, and they do cuddle a little bit. With all the accounts showing Ronnie's hair in the night cam, I noticed during the day he often wears a hat, which I thought was very interesting, because in the day you'd very much be able to see apparently I think it's fibers, so it's kind of like spray on hair fibers that fills in the thinning area. I think that he needs to go full hair transplant. I think that he could do that and it'll be fine. I saw someone do it on
why Prince William hasn't done that.
That's true. Even Harry's starting to need that as well.
Yeah, but Harry still looks distinguished the way it's falling for him.
But he needs, yeah. So we get a text, and there's going to be a game. Well, no, we didn't get a text, but there's going to be a game. They're going to play Suck and Blow with dares, of course.
Yes.
The first one is Uma has to get a striptease from someone that's not her partner. She gets one from Sean. Tiffany has to snog someone that's not her partner that she fancies the most. She also does Sean. And Sean is safe because nobody's going to get jealous over Sean. And so,
yeah,
poor guy.
They're just using Sean.
Jeff. Who's Jeff? Jess, I guess it's Jess. I'm like, I wrote
Oh,
Jess. So Jess has to kiss somebody that's not her partner that has the best body, and that's Connor. Harriet has to kiss somebody that won't last, or high five the person that won't last on the outside, and that's Tiffany. Tiffany was pissed about that. It's like, get over it. It's a game. It's a little bit lighthearted with a little bit of a jab. Like,
yeah.
it's not that big of a deal. Connor has to probably kiss somebody who he would be happy to introduce to his family. He kisses Jess, just like, Jess is who you're going to be going for out of all these people. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's producer led, but keep going.
Jessica says that first kiss between Jessica and Connor looked horrible. I don't even remember it.
I don't even remember it.
Kay says he might have had the transplant and the hair is just still sparse. I don't think so. Just because I've just seen some good transplants and like the hair starts really growing back pretty full.
Now there's so many good transplants now. I think he's wearing a toupee.
No, it is hair fibers. Like, people have showed. I think even that's mentioned it, or somebody said that he's mentioned it. I think Manveer maybe says that he's used hair fibers. Anyways, but I don't think it's a toupee. I think it's spray-on hair fibers. But I know people with toupees that the toupee is pretty good. It would be a really bad toupee if it is. Ronnie has to choose two islanders that he would like to share a bed with. He chooses Matilda and Jess. Sean has to give a sexy compliment to somebody. He chooses Matilda. And Io, okay, did you leave this episode side-eyeing? Yes, you did. Has to kiss someone that's not their partner that he has the most sexual chemistry with. And Uma stands up and just gives him a peck. I'm happy she didn't give him a big kiss.
Of all the freaking people, and as Mimi said at the end of this, he was given a test and he failed.
Yeah, he didn't really handle that one really well. He definitely should not. He should have chosen anybody.
Jeff, Harriet, anybody.
Yeah, it was really, really, really. That's just as true. Balin wants to know, considering Uma won't even kiss the guy that she's in a couple with, I'm not sure what sexual chemistry Io is feeling. I think it's just her looks that he's like, he wants.
She's his type. She's his type on paper.
Haley says, I knew that he would do that. When I read the press release, I was mad.
I mean, to be fair, on the press release, it could have been Io and it could have been Ronnie because they both kissed the necks.
Yeah. Because when Ronnie kissed what's her name, Jessica, yes. and who was the other person?
I don't know. I don't remember who the other person was, but he
kissed Jess. No, it wasn't Tiffany.
Yeah.
Kay says, I told you Io prays on Sundays and do up demon time the rest of the week. Jessica says, I was so immature and disrespectful. You should be considerate of your partner's feelings. He knows that Mimi would have a problem with what he did. I've been over him, but he keeps on doing mess. Well, he says that it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge.
No.
He doesn't think that these
it's not enjoyable because I don't think he would be with Mimi if Uma showed him any attention. That's my problem with it. Like everybody's like, oh, Io and Mimi are real. I don't think they would be a thing if Uma put any attention into him. I do not think he would be with Mimi.
Yeah, Io says Io doesn't know the difference. Jessica says that Io doesn't know the difference between chemistry and attraction. Chemistry is mutual, hon.
Yes,
true. Kay says his type on paper is mixed with good hair. Eye roll. Mm-hmm. Did he say his type was Tyler? Mm-hmm. Heavy on the mutual, Jessica. Okay, well, that's it for this episode. Do you have anything else that you'd like to say about it?
No, over Io. I need somebody to come in for Mimi that actually likes Black women.
That might have to be a Casa Amor vibe.
I hope.
And he might do the same thing as Dami, like it doesn't choose some. No, wait, did Dami choose someone?
Yes, he chose someone.
Summer, right? There was one time where, anyways, I can see him not choosing someone and being pissed that she does, and her like being like, well, I didn't really trust what we had, blah 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 blah. Like I can see that happening.
That was Tanya and Shaq. Because Dami came back with Summer and India came back with Deji.
Right. Well, that is it, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us, chatting about this episode. We'll see everybody tonight into Mika's live chat after Love Island USA tonight. Hopefully, I can watch it maybe I can even start watching it early, maybe if I'm lucky. Watch it and do my recap so I can at least be in the audience without spoiling my natural reaction. So I'll see if I can do it decently quickly. We'll see. All right. Well, do you have anything you want to share other than that to the people?
No, that's it. I'll see you if you are a Love Island USA fan. I will see you on my channel tonight right after the episode. I'm excited to see about this fallout.
Me too. Yay! And we will be back tomorrow at the same time to talk about the next episode. And I'll also likely be doing with Fanta, looking at the challenge rivals, the couplings that they're doing for All Stars 5, and just taking a look at why these people are rivals for this next season that's coming up. So tune in for that tomorrow at probably 8:30 Eastern. Then we should be back here at 5:30 Eastern or so to talk about the next episode of Love Island UK. But other than that, we'll see everybody soon. Thanks, chat. You guys are the best.
Yes. I love you.
Bye, everybody.